Aloha and welcome back. I'm Panther and this is Dark Deity. After successfully ambushing the bandits, is it ambushing them? Like, it felt more like a bum rush into their area that you happened to lure them out of. The party discovers the location of the bandits' stronghold. They plan to take the night to prepare for a full assault. Drakenwell Manor, a dilapidated, noble estate in the forest, has become the home to a hive of braggarts. Having heard mention of prisoners, the party... When? Did I miss a portion of dialogue that mentioned they had prisoners? Oh, okay. Having heard mention of prisoners, the party agrees to make the safety of any captives their top priority. Oh, right, yeah, I forgot about these. So what you make of these kids? Academy has trained them well, but they lack experience. Little in time in the field will make seasoned soldiers out of them.
Not even.
Or seasoned mincemeat. You know, I really wish he wouldn't say things like that. It's not good for morale. Oh, he looks pissed. I know, it's just, they're all so young. You were young, too, when you enlisted.
Huh?
I'd like to think I'm still young. Thank you very much. Oh, of course. I only meant... I know what you meant. Well, didn't soldiering provide you with a better life?
Definitely.
Sure, but the bar was low. Not a whole lot of exciting things waiting for an adept of Nellos. Nothing pleasant anyway.
Indeed.
I suppose that's true. I just can't believe that Varric would stoop to something like this. He must seriously be desperate. These are trying times, Bianca. Is it Bianca? That sounds like it fits. It'll be a hard decision like Varric's that bring us victory, if we live to see this to the end. We will. You seem rather certain. It's just a feeling I got. I just dawned on something I don't see a whole lot of these days. Hear me out, everybody. So, when was the last time you heard woman's intuition? Because I remember hearing it all the time when, like, a female character was like, I'm pretty sure this is a good idea, or this is going to be a bad idea. It was always woman's intuition, and generally when it said woman's intuition, it was always right. I don't remember hearing that in the past few years. Might be just me. Trying to share that with the troops. I can't promise anything, but they might find it more inspiring than your comments about minced meat. Yeah, they might. Oh, these two should be interesting. Lincoln! I'm really loving the whole solemn stole-it deal, but it kills with the ladies. Charming. Oh, that is definitely like that. You better quit now, dude. I meant no disrespect, of course. Just figured there must be a reason for the whole solemnity. Assuming there is. What makes you think I would tell you about it? We're comrades now, brothers in arms. Let there be no secrets, and so on. Besides, you must have some sort of code against lying, right? There's a difference between omission and mistruth.
Are you sure?
Am I getting that right about lying? Or was it lying? Or was it lying with women? Oh. This is a great way to get your nads kicked in, dude. For all the training you received at the academy, I'm surprised you never learned to treat your superiors with respect. Said that entire line straight because I felt exactly what he was talking about. Listen, no harm in keeping everybody humble. Might be one of my gifts, actually. Humility begins with oneself. Take my word for it, or don't. If I can't teach that to you, a few hard battles will.
Well, what do you know?
Frightening. For all your exquisite qualifications, I wouldn't have expected to find prophet of ill tidings among them.
I've said my part.
If you have no real objective here, Garrick, I'll be finished with this foolishness. I have preparations to attend to. I'll break that visage eventually, my friend. Ah, there we go. It's just a matter of time. There's gonna be something that breaks. I guarantee you that, dude. But we're talking like that. The thing that's gonna be broken is your nads on his fucking hammer. What's up, Captain? Ugh. I'm not your captain, Sia. Yes, you are. You give us orders, we follow them to the word like dutiful little soldiers. Captain, meet underling. Please tell me that wasn't what I'm imprinting on you. Well, that depends. Are you going to make me fight in the next battle? Of course. You didn't join an army just to collaborate, or just to not contribute. Wait, I'm hearing something. Be quiet. That's it. The sound of you lording your captainship over an underling. Very funny. We need you, and you know that. Never seen a country gal be with such a fighting spirit since, well, probably myself, I guess. Country gal? Don't know the first thing about country gals. You think I'm sitting out there on a farm having a hard time reading? Farming? No. Hard time reading? Maybe. Alright, you got me there, but still, I didn't grow up in some fancy dye shop in Soljan. Actually, that was only a later portion of my childhood. Only because my older brother took up extremely dangerous work to pay that paid it well enough for us to move there.
Oh, come on.
Okay, spit it out. Where'd you live before? Small town down south. Clunch. Although my parents were originally from Caramount. Jeez, all this talk of traveling is wearing me out. I've got generations of family all sitting in the bustling little town of Duskwater.
Who'da thunk?
What an incredible thing. Such a big world out there just waiting to never leave your hamlet. Hamlet? Who do you think you are? Your captain, apparently. Rein it in, recruit. Okay, now you're digging a grave for yourself. Recruit? I'm just joking around. All that commanding business is more Lincoln's deal. I find it better to lead from the lines. I like that about you, a woman of action like myself. The world is our oyster. Have you ever had an oyster? I can't imagine they would be they would last they would last all that well, all the way down to Duskwater. Low blow. I don't want to talk about it. Okay. You should be proud of your patronage. Patronism. See ya? Huh? What do you mean? You seem quite eager to enlist. I was the same way when I joined the academy. I'm eager to get a Death Squatter, I can tell you that. Really? I didn't see anything wrong with it. And you were there how long? Maybe a couple hours. Yeah, and you were already attacked by bandits. We were. Does that happen often then? Not usually. But if it's not bandits, it's something else. And you know what about, and you know what Dustwater never is? What's that? A tourist destination.
No kidding.
Ah, I see. With the exception of, recruitment tours, of course. That's right. When a word gets desperate enough, Crown reaches its hand into Dustwater. Well, you certainly, put it behind you now. The road ahead promises to both change and challenge.
Fine by me.
I like a good challenge. Then you'll probably have it good around here. I always am. This seems weird. You made a noble choice to serve your people, Ellis.
I'd rather not.
Interesting you should say that. I don't feel as though I had much of a choice at all. Was Lincoln's speech so compelling? God, you're an idiot. Sorry, socially inept. No need to tell him I said that. But after everything I'd seen Sia through, I can't watch her get thrown into the dogs at the whim of some king. Ah, I understand. But yours is a different story, I imagine.
Yes.
Yes, it was a lifelong dream of mine to serve the crown. My brother before me. I see. You've been at this for a while, then?
Not quite.
Real combat? No. Not any longer than you. Oh, that's promising news. I've trained, though, quite extensively. And Lincoln and Bianca are experienced themselves. We're likely in the best of hands as far as new recruits go. If that's true, that is a comfort.
Don't worry.
One thing I wouldn't do is intentionally lie to you about something like that, Alice. I'll trust your word on that. That was a actually fairly basic interaction. This seems dubious. Hey, Alice. What? Hey, Alice. What do you got there? Oh, hi, Marin. I can't believe I just now got her name. Marin. I'm just whittling. It's something I do with my hands while I think. I can't say as I call what you're doing there simple, but I guess it's besides the point. What's on your mind? Curious mind? Not much these days. I felt so at home in Dustwater. I think it's just taking me some time to adjust. Well, where were you before Dustwater? A lot of places, actually. Too many, if you ask me. Oh. Okay, let's make this simple then. Where were you staying just before you stayed in Dustwater? Everhearth. With the Void Maw dwarves. Did you like it there? Were you happy? I was, truth be told. It was the happiest I had ever been. How come? I learned to craft armor and weapons. They taught me their traditions and trade. All in the exchange for nothing. Strange people, to be sure, but some of the best I've ever known. It was there I learned to whittle, actually. They taught me how to stay happy with little. I learned that the family you make can be just as loving as your own blood king. Or more, depending on your blood kin. That's beautiful. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pry. You just looked like you needed to let some steam out.
Sure thing.
No, I don't mind at all. You're a good listener. Do you always spend your time letting near strangers vent to you? Surprisingly enough, no. I'm more the of a private person, but I do hate to see a person stuck in their own head. Then you have a gift, really. I've met too many that who don't even care to notice, much less do anything about it. You're too kind. I would say that it's an honor becoming that belongs to you. That was actually a pretty sweet interaction. So far, Irving and Lincoln have not had enough to interact with each other, and Sia and Grit and Gimrick. Yeah. I've got 4 basic ones, but again, do I? So his flail kind of like his hammer does a lot of damage, but it doesn't have a good accuracy to it. His mace has some good accuracy, but no more damage than the flail. The pickaxe attacks. Does it attack twice? No, I don't think it does. Does it? I think it does. I think all of their yellow ones attack twice. No, you can't throw it. Okay, that's a good one. For times when more complicated weapons is simply too much. Spear. Ugh. There's too many people for this few of upgrade stuff. I will definitely say that. Okay, so that's plate armor. So he's really good against himself. That's what I'm picking up from that. It looks like they leveled up their skills as they use them. So that's chain, that's plate. She's really good against herself. He's not great against himself. That's leather. She's not great against herself. And that's runic cloak, sorry. So... Oh, okay. So it looks like magic and crushing are good against plate. Piercing... I guess piercing and projectile are good against chain. Projectile is really good against leather. Slashing is best against leather, but pretty good against runic cloak. Ooh, runic cloak actually has currently the thing that not a lot of people can do much about. Unless there's other weapon properties. So that's crushing, that's piercing, that's slashing, that's piercing, that's magic, piercing, crushing, projectile. Not a bad spot. A little remodeling, some interior decorating, and I could see the charm of this place. Well, no use in knocking, I suppose.
Pace yourself.
We should be careful. The first bandits mentioned prisoners. We don't want this to turn into a game of chicken featuring hostages. Speak for yourself, I'm rather fond of chicken. You may have noticed we're short on hostages, Sia. The sooner we ensure their safety, the better. Maybe if we're lucky, they'll help us to fight our way to the leader. Right, traumatized prisoners are going to be in any shape to fight. Doesn't even sound remotely likely. Hey, it happens in all the stories I read. Can happen here.
Together.
Well, I hope one of the kinds of stories then. Let's get to it. Though this chapter doesn't have a term limit, you will receive more gold the faster you complete chapters. Oh, okay. I currently don't give a fuck. So let's take a look. You've got leather, chain, and then runic cloak. So I want Irving here to just start plowing through because he's gonna really wreck shop here. You two are plate. Your weapon type I haven't seen before. Axe, I'm assuming. But your chainmail, runic cloak, plate, leather. Okay. Damn it.
Let me at him!
Awesome! That's the way to do it.
Lead the way.
Awaiting orders.
Oh. That's bad for him. Yeah, I think this will work. Oh. Nope. Alright.
What'll it be?
Yeah, it's gonna hurt a bit, but... So I got 4 going that way. Ooh, you're gonna hit hard. You not so much. How about we change that number? Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll do it. She's gonna get hurt.
Can do.
Come on.
I'll take point.
I needed something that was more accurate.
I'm on it.
Oh, okay. So your ×2 is this. Oh, no. His ×2 was that. Alright. Whoopsie. I misread that. Oh, good. Oh, good. Nah.
My sword grows lighter with every swing.
I'm fine with that. I don't know what mass is about. Damn.
One step at a time.
Okay. Damn. Damn! That was a fuck up on his part. Ow. Just dead. Oh, oh, God.
You handled that well. Right away.
Oh. All of her attacks do ×2.
How can I help?
I just have to use accuracy. Because as it stands, I can't have him missing. Yeah, I should have looked at the accuracy on that one.
2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Can do.
That's the one.
Not bad.
I don't like that her character art grossly does not match her character sprite. It's just a better way to go.
Fine by me.
No kidding. Nice dodge.
I'll take point.
I just need to make sure the hits from him land.
Thought you'd never ask.
So if I do this one... Oh, he attacks twice. Weird.
I'm on it.
Lead the way.
Oh, that's... Ooh, that's gonna be a bad idea. Let's not do that. Oh.
My sword grows lighter with every swing. I won't let you fall.
Can do.
The hell?
Let me at him! I've got a lot to learn.
I guess splitting up my troops to do a two-pronged attack was a bad idea.
can I help?
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Let's move him over here. Damn.
You're gonna regret that! I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. I'm not okay with that. I don't get that. Like, I'm not even joking. I just don't understand. I get why people have had their complaints now. Because, like, that felt way out of nowhere. I mean, okay, when it came down to Elric, what I should have done is just had the full group go down one path and then go back down the other path. I'm gonna make a save after this because I want these interactions and everything. But
Bummer.
No.
so yeah, Irving is great against archers and other soldiers, but man,
Yes. Not.
the spellcasters just hit so goddamn hard.
Really?
Sure thing. Pace your... Together.
Yeah. So these three spellcasters are going to be causing me a lot of problems if I go back down that route. So what I should probably do... what I should probably do is use the first ones, do that, and then swap them. No, because them right. Let's just go. Let's get rid of these guys first.
I'm on it.
Ooh. I like that. Poor dude. Didn't really matter which one I chose.
Leave some for me.
25% chance to hit him. Or hit her. And a 50% chance to hit him.
My sword grows lighter with every swing.
Ow. You only had a 26% chance to hit me. Damn.
Together.
Leave some for me. I guess.
How are you hitting? I want to hit.
Leave some for me.
Proudly meeting expectations.
At your disposal. Finally hitting my stride.
Damn.
Right away.
But if I attack from this way... There we go. Now the mage... He can still get after my mage. They do so much damage. They're gonna try to attack her one way or the other, so... That doesn't have a good chance of hitting.
Would hate to be you right now.
That had a low chance of critting.
Didn't give him much of a chance, huh?
How can I help? got you. My hard work is paying off. Are you sure?
They just literally can't do anything against her.
Not bad, not bad.
I think it's because she's got a leather... No, she has chain. Yeah, she has chain. They should be... Yeah, they should have a 20% increase on damage. Weird. I care more about landing the blow than anything else. I mean, why not?
Stay with me! I guess. I've got a lot to learn.
Let's go over here and deal with these guys first. I mean, no reason not to take pop shots.
Wrong day to play hero.
Damn.
Together.
Ooh.
Right away.
It's kind of figured. Yep.
Be strong, friends.
Ah! Magic reduced by 0. Well, it doesn't matter, because, you know, he doesn't have a magic stat. So. Maybe
you
he
sure?
should get the hell out of there. Why is the trade button there?
How can I help? Stay with me! I guess. Fine by me. In position.
Thought you'd never ask.
Well, he's not needed over there.
It's good to be me.
I won't let you fall.
In position.
Hi, hero. Butters hated it here. Oh well. Oh, right. Sorry. Butters is my ferret. Thank you for rescuing me.
I guess. You dropped something. Lead the way.
Knock, knock.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's just his strongest attack.
Let me at him!
Well, that's it for that side. You, sir, are fighting the wrong person.
I guess.
Little warning next time?
Blood orange. Nothing. Literally nothing. You are level 6, so I don't really care if you upgrade or not. You're still stronger than what I've got, though. So...
This should be fun.
Actually, no. There we go.
Leave some for me!
Okay. They both were lightly poking each other.
I think I can be proud of this.
Yeah. Guessing you are the leader. I just want this person next, so... I need to be really careful of these guys.
I've got a lot to learn.
Lead the way.
Are you sure? In position.
That settles that.
Oh, it's the amount of speed. So if I am drastically faster than another person, I get multiple hits.
One step at a time.
leather and runic. So you got to be my frontliner. That was too far ahead.
In position. Huh?
It's fucking trade button.
Huh?
Lead the way.
Okay, she absolutely cannot heal herself. All right.
At your disposal.
Now, can you get out of the fucking way?
Whoa! Get up, Buttercup.
This should be fun.
We've got you. My hard work is paying off.
You're really gonna try me?
Just straight up killed him one shot.
I guess.
Damn.
This one's on the house.
Damn. Ah, that's the one. Really want her, don't you?
Damn, I'm good.
No shit. Can we finally get this, please? It's about a time someone came by to let me out. The cage is no place for a Veilerman. So you're another spellcaster.
Lead the way.
Which is fine. Perfectly okay with me.
Glad you're on my side.
2. Oh, goody. Damn.
My turn!
Now whoever he attacks, that's the archer, is just gonna kill him. Yeah, that's fine.
Let's do it.
How can I help?
So it looks like it's not a person thing, it's a class thing on what their sub ability is. Ooh, that's not good.
You're gonna regret that!
Proudly meeting expectations.
I won't let you fall.
That's what I was figuring was gonna happen.
Fine by me!
The other spellcaster's like, oh, I'm fucking out.
Lead the way.
Oh, all right.
I won't let you fall.
A 7% chance to hit. Good fucking luck. Yeah, we're good with this. I mean, I can start diverting some troops over this way, actually. Oh, cool. Let's see. You don't tell me anything, do you? Okay, consumption. Oh. I don't like that. I think he does better as an Inquisitioner. Oh, of the enemies. Okay. Healing increases accuracy for 1 turn. What about this? Oh, it's a kind of balance thing. You increase the healing by 25%, but it's spread over 3 turns. I kind of like. I'm torn between these two. Him being a priest doesn't fit. But his mass. His luck goes down like shit, though. We'll go with this one. It's the safe one. Oh, he just got another turn because of that? Interesting.
Oh, all right. I'd like you better over there.
Right away.
Let's do it.
Have fun!
Lead the way.
I just wanted that. I mean, she really doesn't need any help.
Can do.
I'm on it.
Because I do want to get both treasure chests. I don't care how fucking much money I get. To be perfectly honest, getting more units...
How can I help?
Way more important. Fucking trade button. Oh, hi.
How can I help?
I'm on it.
My turn!
Ah.
My turn! I guess. Can do.
Are you sure?
No. There you go.
Oh, all right.
I'm on it.
Lead the way.
All yours. I'd like you better over there.
Oh. Pink. Ah. Smack. Fuck you. And the rest of them like, oh shit.
I'm on it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Right away.
Knock, knock, motherfucker.
How can I help? Not one step closer!
Damn. At first, the 3 majors like, oh shit, and then that happened. It's like, oh, we should probably have. It's like, yeah, you probably should have.
All right.
Lead the way. I hope you deserve this!
That's a weird battle cry. That's like randomly running up to someone and going, I hope you like taxidermy, and then punches them. It's just like, what? What?
Stay sharp.
So what I'm gonna do when they're ready to attack, have the 2 archers hasten my brooders. Hey, guess what I could do, but better than you. Weird. Maybe you shouldn't have attacked me. Yeah, let's go with this.
We've got you.
Yeah, that'll work.
Coming in hot!
Jesus.
It's a shame.
Jesus!
You're so cute. It's all falling into place.
Right away.
Thought you'd never ask.
Huh? What'll it be?
Well, that was an exchange that kind of happened in that particular way.
Oh well.
Ugh, bad level up.
Let's do it.
Oh. Alright.
At your disposal.
That works.
Awaiting orders.
Thought you'd never ask. Chop chop!
Run like the wind! I feel stronger. Do I look stronger?
Ow. I'm way faster than you.
I guess.
Oh, I can't disarm him? Alright.
Huh? What'll it be?
Baked beans.
I'm on it.
Fucking goddamn it.
At your disposal.
Dude. You fucked up.
One step at a time.
This should be fun.
Just straight up 20? Damn.
Proudly meeting expectations.
Nice level up.
I guess.
We honor the gods with this victory.
FYI, the achievement I got was, I'm something of a strategist myself. Fuck you, game. Prisoners, are you alright? I just spent 2 weeks in a disgusting bandit cave. What do you think? I'm better now that you've saved us. 2 weeks? Yes, 2 weeks. Eating nothing but thick porridge with no one but the scruffy bandits for company. Well, it's over now. I kinda liked porridge. If you don't mind me asking, how were you captured? It's a pretty funny story, actually.
Gods.
Funny? You walked us straight into them. Okay, that may be true, but it was still funny the way it happened. They got you along the road?
Well,
We were taking a shortcut through the forest, maybe half a league east, ran straight into them, didn't stand a chance to get away. If we had just taken the road, like I suggested, we would have been fine. I don't know if it helps to mention, but they cover that section of the road too, so you'd likely end up in the same spot. You couldn't possibly say that with any degree of certainty.
Greetings.
Good afternoon, young gentlemen and ladies. I was glad to hear the ruckus along the road. As it happens, these bandits stole a rather precious heirloom from my family. And what would this heirloom look like? An amethyst, a quite large one, translucent, but poorly cut. Have you seen anything like it? If I could, but retrieve it, I would be well on my way. It has been with us for uncountable generations, and my family and my father has gone mad with grief from its loss. I fear he may soon pass from this world. I would love to look upon it one last time. I would love for him to look upon it one last time. I do not know. I didn't know that we came across anything of the sort, but you're welcome to take a look around. I thank you, regardless, as I am sure my father would have if he given the opportunity. Ah, you don't look much like bandits. What gave us away? The dead bandits? I like this one. The only good bandit is a dead bandit. We came to do the job it appears you did for us. How serendipitous that the bandits go unopposed for weeks, but we both arrive on the same day. Yes, I see how this may look. My name is Sarah. My sister is Samara. Really? That's a real name? Holy shit. Sorry. Samara. And I had been traveling far from home when this very group assaulted our parents and stole a valuable heirloom. It's been with our family for decades. It was really the only reason we came. Do you think we could take a look for it? It looks something like our large amethyst. Translucent but poorly cut. Ah, so you found it? Can't say as we have. Lucky guess.
Troubling.
It's clear that one of you, if not both of you, is lying. No one so much as touches this gem until we sort this out what's going on. Lying? I have been nothing but endlessly polite to you. I used proper greetings and asked your permission to take a look as what is mine. You deprive my dying father of his last wish. Calm down. If it's really yours, we'll figure it out. I think not. If I have not returned with the stone, my father will have my head. Enough! I now step aside, or you will leave me no alternative but destroy you.
Disgraceful.
I'm not sure that was the wisest threat when you're outnumbered literally 10 to 1. Outnumbered me? I'll show you outnumbered. Bring me the aspect, and I shall see fit your soul is given rest. If I lock eyes with this filth any longer, I'll be sick. Well, hey, you three. If you're so confident about handling it yourself, maybe you want to lend us a hand here. Gladly. As I said before, the only good bandit is a dead one. Let's make sure these ones stay that way. I suppose that means I'm in too. Well, that was a shift. Am I gonna get a, like, in-between? Oh, regardless. Oh! So I get to pick right off the bat? A rogue to a stalker or a thief. You know what? I'll deal with this in the next episode. Until then, have fun, be safe, and aloha.